Residents in parts of East Travis County say they're deeply concerned about both the cost and quality of the water that comes out of their faucets.
Neighbors are now banding together to push for change. 7 on Your Side reporter John CrimeWatch with the story.
From discolored water to bills that keep going up, more and more residents of these neighborhoods, which are outside of the Austin water jurisdiction, are saying enough is enough.
This is a real problem.
Residents in the Austin's Colony and Hornsby Bend neighborhoods say they are concerned about what's coming out of their tap.
It costs too much, and the quality is bad.
Many say the most obvious problem is the discoloration, with the UT survey showing it's an issue for about 70% of residents here who have water provided by the company Texas Water Utilities.
Some people have the yellow one day, one people have the brown one day.
Well, this morning it came out a dingy gray.
Some say there's often an odor. What does it smell like?
Chlorine. It stinks.
It smells like wastewater.
Test results from the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality show levels of 11 different contaminants in the Austin's Colony water system that exceed the Environmental Working Group's health guidelines, though the levels are still below legal limits. That includes arsenic at 275 times the health guideline and nitrate and nitrites at 23 times the guideline.
It's very concerning.
I'm worried about my grandchildren's health.
Texas Water Utilities says Austin's Colony drinking water continues to meet or exceed the water quality standards established by the TCEQ and the EPA. Environmental Working Group has no regulatory authority to create drinking water standards. The most recent sampling in February 2025 indicates all parameters are within the primary drinking water standards.
They are just within the requirements.
The hardness of the water also causing issues. UT researchers finding about 92% of residents reported a buildup of sediment on their appliances. A majority also say they've experienced skin problems.
We've got shower head filters on the main house, all kinds of things to try to mitigate the damages.
The company says the hard water conditions in Austin's Colony are common in Texas and do not cause harmful health effects and do not impact water safety. Despite that, many residents have decided instead to buy gallons and gallons of bottled water and forego the tap.
I don't cook with it. I don't drink it. I don't let my kids drink it.
As they grapple with these concerns, residents say their bills keep going up, now sometimes double the cost of Austin water.
It jumped up to $171.
Over $180 a month.
We're up to $200.
$200 to $240.
When Texas Water Utilities announced another rate hike last June, residents circulated a petition and filed a case with the Public Utility Commission to block the increase. Still, the company sending out this letter late last year saying the increase would happen in January, even though a hearing on the case has yet to happen.
You can't even budget for that.
Katrina Chapman just moved in December and says she had to dip into savings to keep her water from being shut off.
That was really hard because now I got 3 kids that that was my Easter money.
Texas Water Utilities saying occasionally we need to adjust rates to recover increased operational costs, as well as system improvements. The strategic investments reinforce long-term sustainability.
We've been challenging the private water company and seeing if we can get access to better water and cheaper rates.
The nonprofit Poder has joined the effort to improve both the water's cost and the quality.
We're hoping that with this more consistent testing and regulation that the quality of the water will actually improve.
They brought UT on board to do additional testing with results set to be released in the coming weeks.
So our objective is to understand what are the sources and impacts of these issues.
It's obviously something that the majority of the community feels like there's an impact.
Residents hoping after years of fighting,
I'm very, very tired.
Something will change.
It needs to stop. It's not fair.
Now, there was an effort to try to bring these neighborhoods into the Austin water system, but that's essentially been shelved due to cost and feasibility. Meanwhile, in a statement, the Texas Public Utility Commission says negotiations are ongoing to resolve the issues regarding that rate case with Texas Water Utilities. Reporting for 7 on Your Side, I'm John CrimeWatch, Fox 7 Austin News.